Ahoy guys, welcome to the Drunken Ship, episode 32. I am joined along in this beautiful, fabulous ship of mine, my co-host, Bryan. I always want to call you, is it like Archella? Or Archila? Archila.
Archia.
Like
Like
Bryan, chili dog.
Chili dog.
Chili dog.
Armadillo. one of my friends had me as Bryan Armadillo Sombrero in his phone for like 5 years.
Bandito.
Armadillo.
Bryan
Armadillo.
Armadillo.
Yeah.
Put a little
Anyway.
spice in the pad. Armadillo. Mamma mia, that's a sweet
ways.
pizza. We are also joined today by one of the saltiest sea dogs in the sea,
Hello.
Colin.
How's it going? Hello.
Wait. What's your last name, Colin?
It's Kramer.
Kramer?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, dude.
Colin
I wish I would have
Kramer.
known that
That's
sooner.
a cool name.
Kramer. Yo, Kramer. Dude, you should have told me this. Fucking Kramer dog. The saltiest sea dog. Colin Kramer.
What's up?
AKA MonkeyOmega and BryanBrowny. And I'm your host, Captain Crockett, AKA Cyber of the Calamities, AKA Jordan.
There's too many AKAs in that.
I know,
There's so
dude.
many.
I need to stop using so many aliases, but I can't stop committing crimes.
You need to get rid of some of those.
Your fucking Twitter name keeps changing like once every 3 years.
Those are all the separate personalities.
It's like split every few years that one kills another. Guys, we're talking about some Spider-Man 3 today.
Mm-hmm.
And we're also going to be covering
about
some Disney. What was the Disney thing called?
The Disney investor thing is today, as of filming Thursday. The Disney investor meeting is going on today, so
that's live right now. So we're
I've got my
this.
I've got my eye on it in the other tab.
That is the most boring name for a conference ever.
I know.
The
Well,
Disney investor meeting.
it's for investors. It's not their usual D23 expo thing that they usually have.
Right.
So a lot of sadly, like they're announcing a lot of stuff, but sadly a lot of the sizzle reels and sneak peeks will be behind closed doors for investors only right now.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Anyway, before we get into any of our topics or anything, what have you guys been up to the last week? What's been going on with you?
I've been playing Worms Rumble. I've been addicted to that game nonstop. I've been playing it religiously.
I heard that I didn't realize that you were playing a new game until like 2 days ago.
Yeah, it just came out like a week ago, like December 1st, I think.
Came out on like
Just dropped.
PS Plus, right, for free.
Yeah, so it just launched, and I mean, their launch for PlayStation is essentially it's free. It's free for PlayStation Plus subscribers on PS4 and 5, and then it's also on PC right now for $15.
I'm gonna go check it out on PS5.
Not sponsored, by the way.
Yeah, not sponsored. What if we,
But words, listen.
Yeah.
Listen, we can work something out. We can work something out.
I heard that you posted a video about it, and like the developers liked it.
Yeah, Tay posted his Worms video that he did. They liked one of our tweets about Worms, so I thought that was cool.
That's fucking dope. I'm about to peep it. I started playing Cyberpunk today.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't give myself a big robot cock, however.
First impressions.
How big the PP, man?
Yeah. First impression, I think it looks gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
The gunplay is a little slow. Like you gotta finesse the sensitivity settings.
Ooh, that's kinky.
Yeah, I was like real slippery.
Yeah,
That's kinky.
It's got a lot of the story wise and the presentation and like the dialogue and the way that the conversation system works is fucking delicious.
Mm-hmm.
But the combat, when you first go into it, you have to like adjust the settings to like get your sensitivity right.
Yeah.
And like sort of figure it out because it feels sluggish at first.
Yeah. You gotta adjust it to how you play. I always gotta up the sensitivity in most games, anyways. For me.
Me too. And I tried playing with the mouse and keyboard, but it's definitely like a control game.
You playing it on PC?
Yeah.
Okay.
But for me, it's like definitely like a controller game. It's got that vibe. It's like the keyboard, the buttons are really configured and kind of clunky.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, when you go into the settings, the first like display that they give you is one of a controller. So.
Okay. Crockett, have you started playing at all?
Yeah, so I started playing, stayed up last night. So last night was the 1201 release, and I'm playing on PS5 actually.
Mhm.
So we can actually have, me and Bryan can have two diverging paths here. So far the gameplay for it, I mean, it's well, the gunplay anyway. I got into the gunplay super loose, really super high sensitivity. I'm gonna have to knock it down or something. Graphics wise, it definitely looks like a PS4 game. I turned on HDR and it just does not look right with HDR, and I'm playing it on a Samsung 4K TV.
Okay.
We actually have the same exact TV.
Oh, we do. Yeah, we do. So it's just not visually. I don't think it looks that great. Maybe we'll if I was playing on PC, maybe I could like crank it up a bit and it'd look a little bit better. But right now on PS5, it looks like a regular PS4 game, which I mean, I think that's what it was meant to be anyway. But I don't want to dive too deep into Cyberpunk because I want to do a spoiler cast on it, so I'm gonna kind of back off. But what I had been playing though through before Cyberpunk came out last night was got back into Dragon Ball Z Fighters.
Oh, dude,
And
fucking
boy, man,
we've
I've
all
been
gotten back into Dragon Ball Z Fighters.
Sweating over my
Yeah, man, you boys have been going crazy with Fighterz.
Yeah. It's so fucking good, man. It's so good to like just beat someone's ass in it.
That game really is like when you want to beat someone's ass and you want to look nice as fuck doing it. That's definitely the game to go.
Especially if you're playing Hit or Ultra and Sengoku.
Yeah, that's just with the sauce, but just the ultimate and the finishers. The game looks so good. Like I just forgot, like because the game came 2017 or something.
Yeah.
The game looks absolutely crisp. I mean, just the shell shading, everything looks beautifully handmade.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous.
I mean, when you're just having 6 players on screen and they're blowing everything up and they're doing their ultimates, it's stunning. It's an absolutely stunning game, even to like 2020 now. It's still stunning.
Yeah. Just to like watch, it's like also like it's getting a huge amount of support from the developers. So like the balancing has been great. It's so good. Chef's kiss. that is my favorite Dragon Ball fighting game. Is Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yeah, it's really well made. I mean, so a lot of bros from the Drunken Ship, we've all been practicing with each other, whooping each other's ass. I think eventually I think we're gonna get together, do like a little mini tournament or something.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. That would be
cool. I want to do a little community tournament and put a little like Steam gift card or something in there.
Ooh.
Yeah, do like a stream of it or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
that would actually be that'd be fucking baller, dude. How many people have it? I'm kind of really surprised at how many people have it on PC because that's where we've been playing it from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I own the game. I own 3 copies of that game.
What a fucking madman.
Yeah.
I think the game.
I fucking love Dragon Ball.
I bought. There's only one game that I've bought in 3 times, and that was The Witcher 3.
I bought The Witcher 3 twice. Once as a gift, as one for me.
I'm selfish. I bought them all 3 times for me.
For myself.
I beat it on Xbox, and then I bought it on PC, and it fucking broke on PC when I tried to add a bunch of mods.
Mm-hmm.
And then I bought it on PS4 for dirt cheap, and then got all the DLC for it.
That's awesome.
Kind of hate myself because I'm one of those people that are like I will not buy the game twice. I refuse to buy like GTA 5 like for the second time because I played it on 360. Yeah, that's how old that fucking game is, by the way.
Yeah, GTA 5 is insane that it's still like the main GT that people play.
It's on
PS.
It's on current gens now.
Yeah, I hate the fact that it is.
Like, let it die, like Skyrim.
It's been on like the past 3 generations. Like, Jesus, guys, just make another one.
There, how there's like you can count on 2 things in life: death and taxes.
Taxes.
You can definitely count on Skyrim and GTA 5 being on the current gens. You're never gonna kill the motherfucking game.
That's hysterical.
15 years from now, on like the PS8.
The PS8.
Skyrim 8K edition.
Jesus Christ.
Yesterday, I actually streamed with my girlfriend The Sims 4, and it was super fucking fun.
That was fun.
And yeah, that was great.
Did you guys end up killing me? I knew because you guys made a bunch of guys with the Drunken Ship.
No, we didn't end up killing you because you haven't grown up yet.
Oh,
You're still a baby.
You're still my son.
It'd be so fucking easy.
Son.
You could feed me like chili, like hot chili, and I would die.
Put them on the grill.
I mean, what are you making? Some baby back ribs.
Some Baby Ray's barbecue sauce.
Saucing me up, saucing up my backside.
With the little like pastry brush. Just...
Oh yeah, what's those little white little chef hat things you put on like a turkey's feet?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
little footies for my feet.
Yeah.
Baby feet.
Oh, Jesus
Only
Christ.
10 minutes into the podcast, we're already talking about roasting a baby.
Wow, man.
That's fucking hilarious. So yeah, we streamed The Sims 4 and that was a lot of fun. But we just learned that Rogue Legacy 2 is out in early access. And my girlfriend's a huge fan of Rogue Legacy 1, so I downloaded Rogue Legacy 2 to try it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually fucking fantastic.
Can you explain?
I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, so Rogue Legacy is a rogue platformer game where like the dungeon is randomly generated, and then your goal is to kill as much things as you can in every given run, so you can earn as much money as possible, so you can upgrade like your stats and your gear and like all the classes available to you, so that you can have a more successful run the first time.
Is like Dota a rogue?
No, rogue is more like a rogue game is something that looks like a Castlevania game, but like all the dungeons are generated randomly by seeds. So not any one run kind of looks the same. Every run is randomly generated.
Because I know like Hades, that's like a rogue.
Yeah, so rogue became the term for the genre when you die and then you come back up and do a second run of the same area, but something is like different. Like,
yeah, it's slightly different.
It's really fun.
Like,
I like Rogue Legacy 1.
Like you run through a backyard and then you die, and then you run back through a backyard. You open the grill. There's a little baby on there.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
With those booties on his feet.
You running back through a backyard. You go, what smells so good back here?
Damn, what smells, man?
You got the buff. You got the baby buff.
You got the baby buff with a side of Bush's baked beans.
And then there's a talking dog, but like, give me the secret formula.
Yeah, R.I.P. Bush's baked beans, dog.
Oh fuck, you're right. He did die. Right.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Fuck.
Poor little dog.
I remember there's an old tweet on Twitter that made me laugh so hard every time I thought about it. Someone tweeted at Bush's baked beans, and the tweet just said, "I'm thinking about them beans."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It's got to be one of the stupidest things I've ever laughed at. It's like, I'm thinking about them beans. Like I can see he's just like in a dark room, and it's just a fucking mattress without a like bed sheet on or anything. There's junk everywhere, and he's like,
ooh.
You can just see his face illuminated by his like cell phone screen, and he's like thinking about those beans. His eyes are shot red. I should make a fucking script of this. Hang on.
Hey,
waiting to happen.
I will say, as of now, just because I'm keeping an eye on the Disney investor thing, there's currently an Alien television series in development at FX Studios.
Like the Ridley Scott property?
Yep.
Oh.
So like a TV or a property.
The classic film series is headed by Fargo and Legion's Noah Hawley. Expect a scary thrill ride set not too far in the future here on Earth. So it'll be set on Earth.
Oh, fucking interesting.
Doesn't say anything about release dates. It just says it's currently in development and it's for FX on Hulu, so it'll release on Hulu.
Okay. Oh, fucking nice.
But yeah, that was as of like 30 seconds ago.
That's actually a good leeway because we just hit the 15-minute mark, so that's a good leeway to talk into our main topic today, which is going to be Spider-Man 3, Disney, whatever the fuck Disney's doing, and the Nintendo controversy that has been happening over the last couple of weeks, which is interesting. But whatever. The first thing, let's go ahead and talk about Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 is coming out in 2021. It's a slated release for December in 2021. And what's interesting about this movie is that not only is it going to have Doctor Strange in it, which Doctor Strange's movie is going to be directed by Sam Raimi, which is the only reason I am excited for a Doctor Strange movie. Sam Raimi is the shit. Directing superhero movies, and his Spider-Mans are some of my favorite. But as of right now, Spider-Man 3, December 21st, December 2020 release, 2021 release. The cast for Spider-Man 3 looks insane. And I'm actually upset that we're not going to find out anything about this while watching the movie and that we have all the information like a year in advance.
Yeah.
It's sad. But as of right now, I think let's talk about the cast. So it's going to be Tom Holland, obviously, as Peter Parker. Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker. And then Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker.
As Peter Parker.
We have Alfred Molina as Dr. Ock, the original.
Yes, dude.
Has joined the casting, and he's my favorite interpretation of the character.
He was the best villain, dude. He was up there with Willem Dafoe for me. Willem Dafoe really sold me on the Goblin, bro.
Dude, William Dafoe is one of the... I've come to realize within these last couple of days that William Dafoe is one of the greatest actors ever on this earth.
Oh, he's amazing. He is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, Crockett, you're gonna enjoy this fact. In the filming of a movie called The Antichrist that it did with
I already know what you're.
I love that movie.
It's like one of my favorite fun facts about him.
Yeah, his cock was so big that it like made people uncomfortable.
Yeah, they put him in a dancer's belt, and they're like, it was so big that it kept like pudging out, even in like the thing that's supposed to keep it from pudging out.
So they had to get a dick double for Willem Dafoe.
They're looking a smaller dick.
So Willem Dafoe is like my favorite Green Goblin character. I love Willem Dafoe. When I think Green Goblin, it's him. And I wish that he wasn't as old as he is, so he could reprise the role.
Yeah.
In this version. But Alfred Molina back as Dr. Ock, that's an amazing casting choice. And I'm like fascinated as to like what the fuck.
I don't know. They could do some like de-aging on him or something.
They can, but the amount of CG that it's like fuck, man. Like
why not just make him an
movie, man? I mean, 80% of the movie is CG.
Why not make him just an older, like an older Harry Osborn? Or, I mean, not Harry Osborn, Norman Osborn. I don't see anything wrong with him coming back as Norman. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he'll be a little older, but I think
gotta give him waves,
play it off.
Oh, I guess I was counting on him making his stunts, but like they literally use stunt doubles anyway, so like that wouldn't really matter.
Yeah.
So if Green Goblin made it back, like if he, as a last minute announcements, we get fucking Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin, this movie, I'm buying the Blu-ray before.
Yeah, I'm gonna pre-order a movie ticket.
But okay, so Alfred Molina's in there. Jamie Foxx from the Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, the second one.
Which they suck, but
I didn't like the second one.
I think it's like universally accepted that it was
the first one. The first one for me is passable, but the second one was kind of bad.
Yeah, the first one's kind of alright, but the second one is just like hot garbage.
Yeah.
But Electro's coming back. Jamie Foxx is reprising his role as Electro.
I wonder if he'll make a song for this movie too.
Did he make a song for the second one?
Yeah, he always makes a song for every movie he's in, man. Yeah, it's a running joke with Jamie Foxx.
Oh, what a sweetheart.
Yeah, I hope it's good, man.
Are they slappers?
I hate
no.
Jamie Foxx. Someone shouldn't be that talented. Like, it's unfair. Like, how are you so fucking greedy, bro? Give me some of that talent, bro.
That's hysterical.
Come on, you can't sing, dance, and act. Come on.
And then be hot while doing it.
Yeah, what the fuck? All muscular.
So Jamie Foxx is making it back as Electro, which I have no opinion on.
No
There's
comment.
gonna be some self-aware jokes in there.
There's gotta
definitely gonna be some self-aware jokes.
Yeah, absolutely. And then so Emma Watson is potentially, these are rumored as of right now. I don't know if they're confirmed. But Emma Watson may be, was that Emma Watson? Emma Stone.
Emma Stone.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. I saw you write that in the docket, and I'm like, there's something that's not right here about Emma's right, but the Watson, I'm kind of curious.
Emma Stone is maybe coming back as Gwen Stacy. Kristen Dunst, or I don't know how the fuck
Dunst.
Is coming back as Mary Jane. Of course, Zendaya is this universe's Mary Jane. And then there's a rumor that Charlie Cox is
Zendaya.
Zendaya.
Is it
Zendaya? Zendaya?
Yeah.
This is what I fucking hate about English.
Hey,
it's one fucking A in there. That's a short.
I know.
A.
It's like you have to let someone else say it before you can read something. I hate English too, dude. And
Zendaya, whatever the fuck. She is rumored to return as MJ, and then Charlie Cox. No, she's confirmed. She's in the
I was about to
casting.
say, I was like,
Yeah,
she's 100%
she's in the
gonna be
casting.
movie.
Yeah, she's absolutely in the casting. It was Kristen Dunst that was like rumored, and Emma Stone is rumored as Gwen Stacy coming back, and then Charlie Cox is potentially returning for Daredevil.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that rumor thrown around as well.
Yeah, which is fascinating to me because that would be the first example of like a TV or like Netflix adaptation of the Marvel universe making.
Yeah, them kind of like actually acknowledging it a little bit.
Well, they've already.
Right.
I mean, they've
At least in the main universe.
knowledge of the Netflix series, acknowledging the events of the Avengers.
Yeah, but then they completely threw that out the window. They like mentioned it in one sentence. That's it.
They reference it like once in Jessica Jones and like twice in Daredevil. That's about it. So I'm really excited because Charlie Cox's Daredevil is my favorite incarnation of Daredevil.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah, I would say if you haven't seen Daredevil is it still on Netflix or do they?
I think
No, it's still on Netflix.
Okay, if you haven't seen Daredevil on Netflix, please go watch it. It's you'll be remiss not to fucking go watch it.
The action scenes are spectacular.
I
Charlie Cox is an amazing.
Fucking
actor.
knew it.
Dude, I wish I could grade cheese off his abs.
Oh shit.
It's crazy. It's a blind Jack guy. Fuck.
Oh, what's up, Colin? You look like you got some good news.
There's a fly in my room. They're talking about they're going through the Star Wars thing right now. So a Star Wars Ahsoka series has been announced with Rosario Dawson coming back.
Oh, nice.
Set within the timeline of Mandalorian. There's also another show called Rangers of the New Republic, which is set as well in the timeline of Mandalorian. I don't have a lot of info on it right now.
Right.
I'll have to watch the live stream back just because I kind of have it muted, but I'm also watching their Twitter feed at the same time.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, a couple new Star Wars series announced. I imagine they're probably going to announce a couple more since they said that there were going to be a few, but
That's awesome.
Every time Colin gets a new update, we should have like a little news thing going. Colin, we're buzzing in. All right, Colin's out here on the field. He's at the convention with green screen him, man. He's like, guys, I'm here at the Star Wars convention. The investor system. 20.
yeah.
Guys, they just announced that Han Solo is dead.
He has to like wait 5 minutes before starting to talk again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's like now back to Colin.
God, I hate that. Like they just stare. They're like, all right, good, okay.
Okay, so that was the cast that we have so far for Spider-Man 3. We have no information on like what the plot is going to be for Spider-Man 3. Or what the possible story is. That has not been revealed yet, but it's obviously going to be some multi-dimensional situation.
Yeah, a lot of people, of course, with them announcing and casting multiple Peters, everyone's obviously assuming Spider-Verse stuff right now.
It's actually a big coincidence. They're all three Spider-Mans in all the same city, and they just never seen each other.
Yeah, they just never seen each other. That's hysterical.
They're like,
that would be great.
So, like the beginning of the movie is just like 50,000 radioactive spiders have been released into New York City.
Yeah.
You just see Spider-Man and Spider-Woman go out are fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, judging by the fact that Doctor Strange does take like a pretty strong role in the movie.
Oh yeah, that would make a lot of right there is your plot.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if like Doctor Strange is the reason why we have access to like the multiple dimensions. Which is kind of neat. I'm kind of excited for that. I think the Spider-Verse movie the 2018 animated Spider-Verse was a great starting point to tell the Marvel universe that plotline does work.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was a box office success. I mean, it smashed the shit out of it. So we're riding high off of that, and that's why we're getting the plot for this.
Do you think I've also heard this theory thrown around so many times, even like years ago. Do you think so they're going to be assuming pulling in other Spider-Man and villains from other universes? Do you think this is going to be their way to introduce some X-Men and Fantastic Four possibly?
I would love to see some X-Men and Fantastic Four, but I don't, not in this movie.
Or that there's going to be like ripples in the dimensions or something, and they'll probably tease them in other movies or end credits or something.
Honestly, though, I mean, this could. I don't know if this would be like a. What probably is going to end up happening? I don't think like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are going to be like in the movie constantly. They're probably going to make a very, very small like cameo or something.
Judging by the fact, because it's not because a cameo doesn't get announced.
Yeah, I really don't think so.
Oh, you think like they're all legit? It's going to be a plot point. That'd be really cool, though. I mean, I would like to see that.
I think they're going to do something similar in like Spider-Verse, where like all of the Spider-Men meet and then they end up fighting the big baddies together. That's what I'm assuming is going to happen.
And it could be because Tobey's the older Spider-Man, and I'm assuming Andrew Garfield's going to be a little older. They probably like show him a couple, the ropes a little bit on certain things.
Right. Yeah.
And
How
I don't
much
know.
You guys want to put down? There's going to be a dance scene.
I would love if there was a musical number in every movie from now on. Just at least one.
Do we know the director for this movie?
John Watts is the same director that did the first two.
So I'm curious. Does Sam Raimi have any like input on the Spider-Man at all?
No. So Sam Raimi he had the rights for the Spider-Man 1 and 2 movie, and the reason why Spider-Man 3 was so bad was because he ran into a lot of creative conflicts with the studio.
They wanted to shoehorn in villains or something, I think.
Yeah, well, Sandman was a note from the studio that he couldn't get rid of.
And they wanted to put Venom in. He didn't want Venom.
Right. He just wanted... No, sorry, my mistake. Sandman was going to be the baddie for Spider-Man 3. Like, just Sandman. And then they shoehorned Venom in.
Yeah.
And then that's why that movie
I want to say they were going to
bad.
put Venom in. It was the fourth Spider-Man was going to be Venom.
I think so too. Well, there was going to be a Spider-Man 4 by Sam Raimi that never got made.
Yeah.
Because of those difficulties.
That brings me to my theory. So if they're going to introduce Tobey Maguire as a Spider-Man in this Spider-Man movie, what if I'm assuming it's going to be an older Spider-Man, like this takes place after his Spider-Man 3 essentially. Right. So what if it's like his Spider-Man 4 dimension, so we might get like a sneak peek at like some hints at what Spider-Man 4 could have been but never was.
I would love that because I think that Sam Raimi had the best interpretation of like superhero movies, especially for Spider-Man. They were campy, they were cheesy, but they were really, really solid. And
God, I remember watching those YouTube videos of fan casts like back in like 2006. Oh, I love those.
It was fucking fantastic. I love the Spider-Man trilogy from Sam Raimi. And so he's directing Doctor Strange now. And then having his version of Spider-Man come back to the screen lets me hope that he's going to have some method or some input in like another Spider-Man movie. Maybe we're going to see this movie and then John Watts is going to take a back seat and Sam Raimi directs the next Spider-Man.
Maybe, yeah.
But Sam Raimi needs to get another Spider-Man movie. That's it. He's already directing a Doctor Strange film. And if the Doctor Strange film does well... which the Doctor Strange movie ties really strongly with whatever's going to happen with the new Spider-Man.
Yeah, and of the overall arc of this phase or whatever, I'm assuming.
Right. So I feel like he's not going to have any creative input on Spider-Man himself, but his addition into the universe is going to have some implications that we may see the aftermath of. So that's really fucking exciting for me because I love Sam Raimi's directing style. And if Doctor Strange does well, then I want Marvel to give him to stop being cowards and give him a fucking Spider-Man movie again.
Yeah, really.
I'm kind of bummed though. I mean, I like Sam Raimi as a director for Doctor Strange, but Scott Derrickson, I think it's his name.
I think that's him, Scott Derrickson. Yeah.
He was gonna make it a very like cosmic horror-esque like film, and I was really pumped to see that. But Marvel like stepped in and was like, no, this is... Apparently I was like reading the
articles,
the Wikipedia page on it.
Yeah.
And they said it was like too weird stuff, and then that's why he exited the film.
That is, I'm not surprised honestly, because that shit cosmic horrors is hard to convey in film, and I'm not sure Disney was ever gonna bite to do that.
Yeah.
But I think that would have been perfect though for like Doctor Strange, like a cosmic horror, like heavy CGI. I mean, like I think they could have pulled it off.
They could,
but it probably wouldn't have fit in their like universe.
especially with as talented a director as Scott Derrickson. I mean, Scott Derrickson directed the shit out of Doctor Strange 1.
Did you guys like Doctor Strange 1?
I loved it. I thought
I thought it was good.
I thought it was very mid. I don't think... I think it was like a very forgettable movie.
In comparison to all of the other Marvel stuff, it was.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel about Thor Ragnarok. Like, it was a really good film, but in like comparison to like Infinity War and Endgame, it just kind of got drowned out in the mids and like in the mud. But yeah, so that's kind of all I got for fucking Spider-Man 3. I'm just very excited to see that the guy that essentially birthed the superhero genre into the mainstream is getting a chance to direct this generation of superhero. Because he's the one, whether we like it or not, he's the one that made a lot of these trends show up on screen. He's the one that set the tone for the early generation. I mean, like, Hulk wouldn't have happened without him. Blade and there was another fucking movie, Spawn. Blade, Spawn, and Spider-Man were the first series of superhero films that really brought them into the mainstream in the market. And Sam Raimi being so influential in there, having him direct a Doctor Strange, and then potentially seeing him back in the Spider-Man properties. Is just so exciting for me because he's why I fell in love with those movies. Yeah,
exactly.
That being said, I don't know if he's ever gonna get another Spider-Man movie to direct, but I want him in the universe. And Spider-Man 3 honestly looks like the most exciting movie of Marvel universe besides Doctor Strange 2 for me, because of how they're gonna have to fill this in. So I'm excited to see that. I want to see some X-Men. I want to see a new Wolverine that's not Hugh Jackman. I know that's like hard to do, but like get someone that's not Hugh Jackman and like kick some ass as Wolverine. I would love to see that.
Ooh.
I just looked up the casting. I don't know if this casting is correct for Doctor Strange 2, but it has Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Ryan Reynolds, Rachel McAdams.
Ryan Reynolds.
Tom Hiddleston.
So, Doctor Strange 2 is gonna be
it's slated for 2022.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the multiverse of madness. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some of what's happening on Spider-Man 3 2021.
Yeah, so if that's
Doctor Strange,
if that's the case, he's gonna like go back to those. Probably more likely, they'll help Spider-Man in Spider-Man 3, and then he'll go back to those universes and help them.
Right, that's what I think is gonna happen. So I'm pretty fucking psyched about Spider-Man 3. Colin, Kraga, do you guys have any thoughts about Spider-Man right now?
I'm super excited about it. I would like to see what they do with it, honestly. I mean, I know a lot of people probably, could get a little nervous about them putting so much in like just a film. But I would still like to see what they do with it. I think they could pull it off. Whether or not the other Spider-Man and villains are just cameos, or whether they actually have parts in the movie. I think either way, I'd like to see it. I'd like to see what they do.
Me too.
I'm gonna watch it. It's Spider-Man, bro.
Spider-Man is the one superhero that like really does keep me going back to superhero movies and like superhero games. How about you, Crockett?
I think I'm pretty excited for the movie. My one concern, well, not really a concern, but my one hang up with like stuff that like this in general is that we can't have these surprises anymore. Like I can't. If I would have sat down to watch Spider-Man 3 and they would have never announced that they're going to show Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield in this movie, I would have lost my fucking mind. I would have like literally transcended.
Yeah, I would have fucking like, oh my god.
Could you imagine not knowing any of this was about to happen? You would be standing out of your seat, jaw on the fucking floor, and just in complete amazement. But we're just... I think we're moving into a certain time where we're not allowed to have surprises anymore.
Yeah.
What's the last time you guys got genuinely like you were like surprised in a theater that someone showed up or something, like a cameo?
When I saw Godzilla King of Monsters in theaters, I literally jumped out of my seat once. During that last fight, I believe when Rodan is fucking up Godzilla, and then Mothra swoops in, dude. I jumped up.
Because like that, awesome. You knew they were going to be in the movie though, right?
Oh, I knew they'd be in the movie, but you know, that's Mothra's my girl, dude. I gotta support her, man.
When they did the oxygen destroyer scene, my jaw hit the fucking floor, dude.
I was like, they're really about to do this.
I was like, they just referenced the oxygen destroyer. Get the fuck out! As soon as they did that, I was like, yeah, this is definitely a love letter to fucking like hardcore fans.
That's the kind of shit that I want to see more in the Marvel movies. Like, bring some of those references.
Some like super obscure references. I mean, that movie was Godzilla King of the Monsters is littered with references to the older films, and it was like it's like my safe haven. People can shit on the movie all they want. That's a perfect fucking Godzilla movie in my heart.
Is the King of Monsters the Japanese one or the American one?
King of the is American. Mike, what's his name? Daughtry.
Shin Godzilla is the.
Shin Godzilla is the Japanese. The last Japanese entry.
I haven't seen the American one. I really want to.
It's good. I like the American ones. The new ones, they're pretty decent. The first one's solid. I think the second one's definitely way better just because they have the more monsters and stuff.
That makes sense.
I kind of
cooler fights.
What's that guy's name who directed the first Godzilla? Garth or something.
I forget his name. I know who you're talking about though.
I really like his take on it because he made it kind of like a horror movie.
Yeah, a little bit of a scary movie.
Yeah.
He like showed like very little of the monsters. Did an old school like Jaws thing with it.
Gareth Edwards is what you're looking
for. Gareth Edwards. I like his directing style. I think he was
good choice.
But I also like Mike Daughtry or whatever his last name. I don't think I'm saying it right, but the second director, I also liked him. I like his work as well. He also did like Trick or Treat and stuff.
Yeah.
That's fucking dope.
But this is not a Godzilla topic. We're gonna get into the weeds. You guys shouldn't have let me run with this. But yeah, Spider-Man 3, super pumped. Super pumped to see Doctor Strange, but yeah, I wish they kind of just kept this under wraps and they just would have never said anything. But I mean, with spoilers and everything nowadays, I guess they have to because they're like, this is going to get out regardless, because this is too big of a plot point for the not to.
Yeah, for someone not to leak it.
Trailers either.
If fucking they would have kept that quiet, like the seats at the theaters would have been covered in nut.
Yeah, either wait for the theater or maybe wait for like a trailer reveal, like they did with Spider-Man and Civil War.
Yeah.
Everybody freaked out about that.
Yeah, but could you imagine watching Civil War and they never announced Spider-Man? Because I think they could have hid Spider-Man in that movie. People would have lost their fucking shit.
I would have. I think that kind of thing does take like a little bit away from the experience, and I wish that they would just like back in the 90s, like when they were making a movie and they didn't want you to know who was in it, they would hide their name in the credits and they would just put an alias down.
Yeah. I mean, they should just do just do all aliases.
I think that would be dope. But anyway, that's it. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, but like people would just see them on set and they would take snapshot pictures and stuff like that. I mean, it's just so being 2020, it's really hard to keep a secret.
Dude, if I'm ever making a movie and some dude pulls out his phone, I'm fucking stapling it to the ground. Like, just gaga.
But
David Fincher does that.
Let's go ahead and move on.
Yeah, so Spider-Man 3, that's about it. Colin, you are watching the Disney investor situation.
Yeah, bro, dude, over here as a Star Wars fan, I'm eating good. A lot of shit.
Obese over here right now.
A lot of shit just fucking dropped in like the last 5 minutes, man.
Okay, give it to us.
Fucking fill me up, bro.
To go over some of the stuff, of course, they're gonna show off Mando. It's a little, probably not a little known fact now. There's another season of Mando gonna come soon after season 2.
Right.
Rangers of the New Republic, which is a new series set in the timeline of Mando. Don't know many full details about that just yet. Also, the Ahsoka series has been announced with Rosario Dawson returning. Which this was, I feel personally, was inevitable. Of course, they were going to give her.
What is the Ahsoka series?
It's about Ahsoka Tano. She made a cameo recently in a Mandalorian episode. She's a character from Clone Wars, made famous by Clone Wars. I believe she's a creation of Dave Filoni's.
She's the red skin lady with.
She's the orange skin. With the blue and white striped. Yeah, that's her. She was Anakin's apprentice, and then now she's more of a rogue Jedi, a gray Jedi type.
Okay.
So this is set within the timeline of Mandalorian. So I guess we got a little sneak peek in that one Mando episode of what she's been up to.
Right.
So now we get to see what she's actually been up to.
That's fucking exciting for all the Star Wars fans. You guys.
Yeah, a lot of it is some live action stuff too, which I'm really excited about. We're finally getting live action shows. All these, of course, will be coming to Disney Plus. Some of these, like Ahsoka, Rangers of the New Republic, some of these don't have official release dates yet. They're just giving us like a general time span. There's also a new series called Andor coming out, which is set to start streaming. Is it a series? Yeah, a series starts streaming in 2022. From the little trailer snippet that I watched, it seems to follow the one character from Rogue One, the dude. It seems to follow him. So
the Hispanic dude, or
the Hispanic dude.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it's going to be before Rogue One, so it's probably give us a little taste of what the transition was like between Revenge of the Sith and New Hope.
Okay, interesting.
Also some news on the Kenobi series. So of course Ewan McGregor will be coming back. That's no news there.
It's been in the works for a while though, right?
Yeah. But Hayden Christensen is set to return as Darth Vader.
Are you serious?
Which is fucking awesome.
Really?
And the series, I hit my camera. The series will be set 10 years after the events of Revenge of the Sith.
Is Revenge of the Sith the last original movies?
It was the last of the prequels.
Okay, the last of the prequels.
It was when Anakin became Darth Vader.
Got you.
So we'll see what he's been doing. He's probably hiding out on Tatooine. I'm assuming Darth Vader is going to be like hunting him down and stuff like that. So we'll probably get a lot of Darth Vader cameos and whatnot in there. That'd be awesome.
Nice.
And also a spin-off of the Clone Wars series. We've got the Bad Batch coming out.
God, Disney blew their load on you guys. Like,
what'd you say?
Disney blew their load on.
I know.
This year.
The Bad Batch new animated series coming out. If you saw the last season of Clone Wars, they had a couple episodes. Or was it the last season? I'm not sure if it was last season, but they had a couple episodes about a particular clone squadron called the Bad Batch.
Right.
They're essentially made up of clone rejects. They have some sort of like deformities or disabilities or something.
Right.
But they use their disabilities to their advantage, and it's a good thing. So they're this like ragtag team of fucking clones.
Okay.
Kind of like the A-Team, but clone troopers. And this one that I'm super excited for, Star Wars Visions. It's an original series of animated shorts. It'll celebrate the Star Wars galaxy through the lens of the world's best Japanese anime creators. We're getting a Star Wars anime, boys.
Oh shit!
That's
Star Wars fucking anime. So I'm not entirely
a Star Wars guy, and I'm excited for that.
It just says animated short films, so I'm assuming it's going to be an anthology series. It's not going to follow a specific arc, just from the info I can gather here.
Right.
Which would be cool. So we get to see like little snippets of like life in the galaxy, basically.
That's cool.
We also have a Lando Calrissian, a TV show coming out as well.
Is that gonna be fucking Childish Gambino?
Oh yeah.
Let me see. It doesn't say if he is or not, but it's in the early stages of development right now, so we may get more announcements as time goes on. Doesn't say anything about where the time is set. I'm assuming it's going to be around the Solo era when he's younger and stuff.
Okay.
And then I believe I got two more things for Star Wars. They announced another series called The Acolyte, which is a mystery thriller that will take viewers into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era. So we do get some High Republic material here, which is this new multimedia thing that Lucasfilm is doing. The High Republic is set in between the Old Republic and the Skywalker saga, I believe 200 years before the Skywalker saga. So I believe this might be like a nice little... I'm assuming like a little House of Cards sort of conspiracy show. We might get to see the fall of the Republic or something in this.
Right. Okay.
And then last but not least, Lucasfilm.
I just processed what you said, and the idea of a house of cards like in the Star Wars universe is fucking
Lucasfilm finally, Lucasfilm Animation is teaming up with Industrial Light and Magic. They're developing a special Star Wars adventure for Disney Plus called A Droid Story. This epic journey will introduce us to a new hero guided by R2-D2 and C-3PO. So this one's going to be like a little droid. It says a little special, so I'm assuming it's going to be like an hour and a half little special of some sort.
That's fucking cool.
And that's all I've really got for the Star Wars news at least. They haven't dropped any information just yet on Marvel's TV shows, but they have announced 10 new Marvel TV shows, and I'm not sure if that includes the current slated shows like Falcon and Winter Soldier and stuff.
Right.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It's in all new announcements.
So a lot of the new movies, or at least as far as I know, most of them, live action Disney movies, Pixar movies, will now be coming over to Disney Plus. That were originally slated for theatrical release, they're coming over to the streaming platforms. Everybody who's been crying about Disney Plus being for kids, mature content is now coming to Disney Plus. This will just include stuff from like 20th Century Fox, Searchlight features, more horror stuff, more drama. They'll add a feature in the settings under parental controls, so you might have to do the settings in order to be able to see the mature content. Right. But it'll be there once you like change the settings. Your browser, the thing will refresh, and you'll see all the content.
Combine like Hulu into Disney Plus, some certain point.
No, as far as I know, from what I saw from the investors meeting, they're still going to be separate, but they are going to be a little bit more intertwined. So some of the Hulu shows and FX shows, 20th Century stuff from Hulu will be over on Disney Plus. So you don't have to like switch streaming platforms to watch something. It's going to be a little bit more accessible. They also announced a new platform called Star, which I believe is only for overseas right now. I think it's just intended for certain countries with certain limitations and stuff.
Curated for China.
Something.
To censor all the black people out.
Yeah, censor all their stuff. But yeah, so there's Disney Pixar movies will now be coming to Disney. That includes Soul. The new Pixar movie Soul will be one of the first ones. Another movie they announced that's coming over will be Raya and the Last Dragon, I believe is the name of it. That's another Disney animated film.
Nice.
That'll be coming over as well. Apparently there will be a brand new another Star Wars news just dropped. A brand new Star Wars a brand new Star Wars feature from acclaimed film maker Taika Waititi. I don't know how to say his name. He will be doing he'll be making a Star Wars feature, it seems like.
Fuck yeah.
No details just yet. I guess they're still in production and still
quirky as fuck.
Right, and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm curious what it'll be.
That's gonna be fucking incredible for Taika.
I hate his name, but I love him as a director. I can't say it for shit.
Waititi.
Tiki Torch.
But yeah, so they're integrating a lot more stuff. I think also there's going to be more Pixar movies and live action Disney movies, all of which will be coming over to the streaming services. And they call it DTC, which is just direct to consumer. So just a lot of the stuff will be direct to streaming platform and stuff.
Okay, that's awesome.
Not a lot of full details. A lot of these are just announcements. A lot of this will be over the next 5-10 years or whatever, but more news will come out over as time goes on.
These properties are also looking for funding right now, so like their release dates are going to be depending on that.
Yeah, definitely. And I have been hearing rumblings of potentially a new Star Wars game. Nothing officially confirmed yet, but a lot of people, I've been hearing rumors of another Star Wars game coming soon.
Okay.
Be a Mandalorian game or something.
They don't know. They're assuming a new IP, but I also wouldn't put it past them to do like something like a Fallen Order sequel or a Fallen Order spinoff or something.
Fallen Order was actually really good. I liked it a lot.
But that's all I've really got for the Disney news. New stuff is flowing in right now. They're going through the National Geographic stuff. Eventually they'll get to the Marvel stuff. I probably won't have time to go over it today. Probably next week. But yeah, I'm still waiting on that news to roll out as we just move on, whatever.
That sounds good, man. That was so
Yeah,
fucking
bro,
good.
fucking eating good, dude. I'm so excited for the Star Wars shit, bro.
Eating good.
Yeah, now all I need is a new game, bro, and I'm just set.
I do
Just need a
they
nice
did
Star
have
Wars game.
They did have an FX announcement I did want to touch on real quick. Was they're doing a developing retelling of Jane Cavell's saga Shogun.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Pretty
Also,
hype.
also
That
part,
looks
also
pretty cool.
part of that was the Alien series that they
Alien,
announced.
And
That's
then
incredible.
why the last
There's
man.
also a Reservoir Dogs TV series. It's actually going to be a comedy series
It's
We should not.
half-hour comedy series.
I'm against that.
about four Native American teenagers growing up on a reservation, or reservation dogs. That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I read it too as Reservoir.
I thought it was
Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs.
Oh,
What
okay.
the
Yeah,
hell?
I was like,
If it's not Reservoir Dogs, I'm cool.
because I read Reservoir Dogs and then I saw at the top like half-hour comedy special. I'm like, that's not Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, I was like, wait, that's not right.
And then the more I got into it, the funnier it got. Because like four Native American teens, I'm like, this is definitely.
Yeah, that's just hysterical.
That's
They
hilarious.
got us with that little switcheroo.
Got us in the first half.
Wow. I was like, wait, Disney and Quentin Tarantino? That don't make sense.
Yeah, I was like, there's too many N-words for Disney to be comfortable.
Yeah, Disney usually tries to bury that.
Yeah. Okay, so that's God. You guys are eating fucking good over there on their side.
Yeah, I know. I'm fucking ready, dude.
Gluttons.
I know, dude.
Do you want to take the last couple of 10 minutes and talk about whatever's been going on with Nintendo?
Yeah, I can just briefly touch up on it. So Nintendo, a lot of people are mad at Nintendo right now. I can understandably so. They have horrible business practices. They don't understand the modern world and modern business and modern consumers. So I have a huge love-hate relationship with fucking Nintendo. So
as do all of their fans.
Yeah.
So it all started. Well, we all know that Nintendo isn't a stranger to DMCA takedowns and stuff on certain videos,
True.
certain music, certain websites. You know, especially when it comes to allowing people to download ROMs and like trading ROMs and stuff.
Right.
That's a no-go for Nintendo. Understandable. It's a property. You should probably pay for it. But so the Smash community, more specifically Smash Bros. Melee, a big community, of course. They do tournaments all the time, expos, online tournaments, all of which go towards charity. They raise money to donate to specific charities, just various ones. I don't know any of them specifically, but so in light of recent events, the quarantine 2020, you can't really do conventions, you can't really do tournaments in person anymore, at least not 100% safely, or at least where everybody's comfortable. So they've resorted to doing all their tournaments online, you know? So there's really no way to play a GameCube game online as of now. Online
What
servers...
are you telling me in 2020 I can't play my GameCube online with my dial-up internet connection? Are you
No,
serious,
bro.
Colin?
No, you have to use a third-party program called Slippy. And Slippy is, I believe, a rollback. It's like a net code that allows online play. And ironically enough, it's better than Nintendo's online.
Hit him in the pockets, Colin. Hit him in the
Yeah,
pockets.
yeah. So Nintendo shut down, or well, I would say, I don't know, I'm not 100% if they shut down the tournament. I believe the tournament still happened. They just shut down the live stream because of the use of Slippy. Nintendo was like, no, it's illegal. It uses emulation. In order for you to use Slippy, it requires, and I quote, an illegal copy of Super Smash Bros. Melee, which actually isn't true. All the players have an actual copy and use the actual copy. But so they canceled their live stream, so a lot of people got really mad about that, just because it's like, you know, it's not that you're sticking it to the consumers. Like these were also charity events essentially. So this hashtag blown out, free Melee, essentially, like Nintendo just, like, everybody's mad because they're basically like, nope, you can't use our IPs, nope, you can't do this, even for fun fan projects, nope, you can't use it, you can't use our sound effects. They're basically keeping all this stuff behind a Nintendo vault, And, you know, people are, you know, understandably upset about it. You know, the only way I can play Mario 64 is to have an N64 and plug it in. Well, not anymore because of the Switch version. But there's certain Nintendo games that you can't play. You have to go have the original hardware and stuff, which is hard for a lot of people. So most people resort to emulation, which, I mein, it's a moral belief. It differs from person to person. I emulate. I think it's okay. So in retaliation against Nintendo going after the Melee clan, Splatoon, who also has a bunch of tournaments, a big community, they do charity events as well, came to their support, started changing a lot of their in-game gamer tags to hashtag free Melee. Nintendo wasn't having any of that, canceled their live stream as well. So now Splatoon's all free. Splatoon free Melee, because Nintendo does not want free Melee broadcast all over the internet, which actually it's a fucking
which like inflicts more when they're trying to stifle it. It makes
but they're ignoring the problem essentially, which is making it worse. So on top of that, Etika, everybody knows Etika, famed streamer. Joy-Con boys, he had or a couple of his community had they would make custom Joy-Cons for people in memory of Etika, and they would all the proceeds would go to charity. Nintendo stepped in and told them that they had to stop that. They shut them down, which is sad because all the proceeds went to charity once again. And now in recent news, Nintendo has been now issuing massive, like I mean in the thousands, DMCAs all over YouTube to people using Nintendo music from like Zelda, from Mario and stuff like that. So as of now, I haven't checked, but if you try to look up like Mario Kart music on YouTube, it's not going to be there because Nintendo took it down.
So they've been on a war path.
Yeah, so nobody knows what the fuck is happening. They just know that Nintendo is basically on this like killing spree, taking people down. They're taking down fan projects, they're taking down animations, videos, music. They're taking down these what they're once supported. They used to support these live streams, now they don't. And so yeah, they basically kind of turn their war against them.
Disconnect of like this is a Japanese company to American and I guess South America. Like,
yeah, I think it's a I think it's a total disconnect.
Because it's obviously they don't understand.
Yeah,
our market and stuff. Which I mean, granted, I'll give them that. Though, granted, we are not their market.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of arguments from both sides. While like both sides have a good point. I just think Nintendo shouldn't do it. I mean, looking at other companies like Valve, Bethesda, and even Sega, who like embrace their community, and like, you know, Sonic Mania, that was started out as a fan thing. Sega endorsed that. But I mean, Bethesda, their whole company is basically run by fans because Bethesda can't fucking build a good game to save the fucking life. And then so it's just about like just being a decent like company, and I feel like it's not that you don't have to give away these games for free. And that's also another thing people are arguing about is like, well, if you're taking away our games, at least give us like a way to play them so we don't have to emulate them, so we don't have to steal it. Like, give us an updated like version of it, or release it on new consoles or something. They're just, people are upset that they're taking this stuff and like, no, you can't play with it. This is mine. That's Nintendo's attitude right now. And it makes me salty.
I get it.
But I also get it that, you know, emulation, ROMs, you know, technically it is stealing, you know, you shouldn't do it. It's piracy. Nintendo has always been against piracy since day one, but
in the absence of easy access, people are going
going to steal. Exactly.
So if you want to stop pirating, you just have to provide the better way in which people can access these things.
Exactly. And I don't think Nintendo doesn't understand that. And then, you know, there's a whole bunch of memes now. I saw one where it was, you can't listen to Mario Kart? Oh, you don't have your exclusive CD released only for Nintendo Club in Japan? You don't have your Mario Kart Wii CD? And then, like, it's just shit like that. Like, all their stuff, like, is, like, so, like, they try to limit everything. Like, the Club Nintendo thing, like, it's cool. You get exclusive items, you know, for being a Nintendo Club member, whatever.
Right.
but they're just like, they keep all this stuff behind locked doors, and only just recently re-released Sunshine and Mario 64, and like originally you
subpar ports too,
which were pretty subpar ports, and originally you had to have a GameCube or you had to have an N64 to play those games.
Right.
So that's just what people are upset about, is like, you know, not people don't have the money to go out and buy all these retro consoles to play, you know, them on their original format and stuff. So some people have to emulate, some people have to pirate, or, you know, and if you don't want that, re-release it. I guarantee you these fucking Nintendo simps will drop $60 on fucking a new like Mario 64 like exclusive or something. Like, I know they
I
will.
love the idea of a corporate simp.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Which is exciting.
Just like Nintendo's supposed to have a direct, I think today or tomorrow, for Smash, and everybody's gonna completely forget about what Nintendo did. I just fucking know it.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, don't you guys want to know what the new Smash character is? Yeah. Oh yes, Nintendo, we forgive you.
As they slam their fist on their chest. Yes.
if it's Sora for Kingdom Hearts, none of this will matter by tomorrow.
We'll be like, all forgiven. All forgiven.
So, question, Colin, because of the emulation and the DMCA that they're going through, does that affect streamers in any way? Are they doing DMCA takes on some people playing the games, or is it just like tournaments and stuff like that?
Not from what I've seen. I know that in the past there were a couple issues with streamers and Nintendo games, YouTubers, like doing Let's Plays and stuff of them. Right. So I haven't seen anything just yet. From what I've seen, it's mostly been like, if it's like a direct rip of like a CD or something, you know, like if you uploaded like a full album onto YouTube. As far as I know, I haven't seen anything from streamers or anything like that. I know Twitch has already doing their DMCA crazy stuff, so I wouldn't put it past them to jump on Nintendo's side with it.
Okay, makes sense.
And the same with YouTube right now. As far as I know, it's just music. I haven't seen like, people are really worried that they're going to start coming after like fan animations and stuff real soon, but I haven't seen anything just yet.
Okay, that's fascinating stuff.
That's crazy.
At first, I was like mad at the people that were angry, because I was just like, "What do you expect? They're trying to make money. Like, it's a fucking corporation."
Yeah.
But now it really.
But it's just
like it's being weird.
Yeah, it's just people are like, they're just being like really anti-consumer about it, and it's like, and the shills are all like, "Oh, it's a Nintendo, they're a company, they're gonna do what they want to make money." But it's like, yeah, but look at Sega, bro. Look at Valve. Look at Bethesda. Look at all these other companies. Yes, they're making money, but they use and help and like utilize the community alongside of it, which Nintendo doesn't really do.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you. That's fucking awesome.
Fucking
awesome.
I don't know.
Talking about it, fucking awful that Nintendo's doing it.
I mean, I honestly could not tell you the last Nintendo game I bought. I'll be honest. I admit I download all my Nintendo games. I'd say the last Nintendo game I bought was, I think, Luigi's Mansion 3.
Right.
Was the last Nintendo game I bought.
The last one I bought was like an Age of Calamity.
And I mean, that's the thing too, and I don't know, maybe it's just me. I'm also like, you know, to me, I love Nintendo, man, but I love their old games. Their quality has definitely dropped for me within the past couple years. I'm not proud of where they're going, but I still love them as a company. You know, I still play old school Pokemon. I still play my Game Boy. Right. I still have a GameCube, all that stuff. But they're just being very anti-consumer, and I don't know. It's a little scary. I just don't know like if they're planning something or what they're doing.
Gotcha.
But as of now, they're just ignoring it, and I think that's just making it worse, in my opinion.
Copy. Cool.
But we'll see.
Any opinions, Crockett?
Yeah, they should fuck off.
Crockett's been playing Cyberpunk 77 like all fucking day. He's like fucking.
Yeah, he's like fried right now.
A little bit.
He's like, all I got is big Robococks in my mind.
I'm still trying to recover from all the fucking Star Wars TV shows that we just got, and trying to comprehend all of that.
That's fascinating. Cool.
That's funny.
People are gonna be happy. Like, Star Wars fans are gonna be happy. I'm excited for the comic stuff. I am excited to see the Game Awards tonight, which will, by the point that you're watching this, we will have done a live stream of it with our reactions.
Yeah.
So I think, unless you got anything else to say, I think that's a good time to wrap up the podcast and then just kind of move on with our lives and get ready for the Game Awards.
Yeah, I'm good,
I
man.
hope we didn't miss it because I think it might be going on.
No,
but
it's
I'm
at
not
7. It's
100%
at 7.
So it's a 7. Yeah, you still got time.
All right, because I've been looking at Twitter. This is why I was kind of like was staring over there. I don't know if it's going on right now, but we can go ahead and wrap up the podcast.
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
All right, guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of the podcast. Can we give it a round of applause for the woo? Good job, boys. Good job. Guys,
job.
if you want to listen to this podcast, if you don't, because you just don't want to watch because you don't have eyeballs, you can listen at Spotify and at Apple Podcasts. If you guys do have eyeballs and you want to watch and see our beautiful faces and such, see how burly we all are. It kind of goes from like thick beard, not so thick mustache.
Yeah.
We gotta go a scaling grade here with facial hair. You can watch us on YouTube at the Drunken Ship. Just Drunken Ship. Wait, is it just the Drunken Ship?
The Drunken Ship, yeah.
The Drunken Ship, yeah. If you guys want to follow us on Twitter, you can follow us on Twitter. We also have a Discord community, which is really fun because we do a lot of stuff with our Discord community. We hang out with you guys a lot. We're super hands-on. It's also, if you're a small streamer or a small YouTuber, it's great to we'll help each other grow. We can let you do announcements in there and stuff. And also you can network with us, and it's a lot of fun, and I would highly recommend you guys do that. But Bryan, where can they find you at?
Twitter at BryanBrowny and Twitch at BryanBrowny. No, fuck me. That's wrong. Twitter at Bryan.
So it's at BryanBrowny, fuck me.
Yeah.
Guys,
Twitter
Well,
at Bryan Archilla and then Twitch at BryanBrowny.
Colin, where can they find you at, sir?
I'm at on Twitter at _Space Whales and on Twitch at MonkeyOmega.
And you guys want to find me? I am cyber_calamity at Twitter, and I'm just CyberCalamity on Twitch. Guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of the podcast. We really do appreciate it. We guys will see you next week for episode 33. I think it's 33.
Yeah, next week is episode 33.
Every week. And also, I just want to give a shout out. We've jumped a bunch in subscribers.
Yeah,
by the
we
end.
did. We went up like almost 40 in the last 2 weeks.
Did not think we were gonna hit like over 100 subs before the end of December. I'm really impressed, guys. Hopefully we can get to 150. So I was aiming like, we'll hit 100 by like December. Now let's aim for let's go the extra mile, baby. Let's go 150.
150.
150. Guys, let's do it. All right. Thank you guys.
Peace, guys.
Have a good night.